Alright, now I thought a fairing would look good on this bike, so I picked up an aftermarket universal fairing, which of course does not fit the bike, so I have a lot of heavy modifying to do, so this is going to be a good job, so let's get to it, shall we? Alright. Okay, so let's get this sucker off now. Now I'm not going to bother marking these connectors, female to male, where they hook up, because these are different shapes and different colors. So I should not get confused. Now I'm going to mark those because those wires are different colors. Okay, this is the left turn signal. That is where this is coming from. Now if you see, this wire is green and this wire is brown. So I want to make sure that I mark them so I know where they went. And this is from the left turn signal. And this goes to brown. And this one goes to green. So that is something to do if you have mismatched colors in your wiring. I have to make sure, just in case it takes you a while before you hook it back up and you forget. That should help you out. Alright, now as you can see here, there's a lot of space, empty, unused space here where all this wiring is going to be. So then to make everything look nice, I need to make a wide bracket here. That is going to cover up and hide everything. So this is what I need to do next. Alright, first let's get these turn signals out of the way because they are not going back on the finished bike. And here's the sheet metal I'm going to be using. A nice heavy-duty breaker box door. I like to recycle and reuse. Not because I'm environmental, it is because I'm cheap. Alright, so I have my sheet metal here. I have my template. Now if you can notice, there's a slight bent flange here in this old door. Now I want to keep this when I cut it out because I want that bend in my bracket to add some rigidity to it. Some rigidity and stability. Now I'm going to go ahead and trace this a bit larger than it is because it is a lot easier to remove a little at a time and going ahead and cutting out a new bracket. I decided to go ahead and trace on the back. And I was not paying attention, there's a big General Electric stamped here. So I need to go around that. Let's see how this measures up. Okay, going to need some bending and some working. So it is going to need a bend right about there. Okay, now if you have noticed, as I have, cut the metal on the wrong side, and I have this little flange on the outside when I wanted it on the inside. But that is alright because I'm going to need two identical pieces. one for each side. So this bracket will just be moved over to this side. No big deal. Alright, now I'm just going to put this in the vise and bend it along that line, measure up, and then go from there. Pretty nice and easy bend. See, I need to bend this bracket down around to come up and match with this down here. So I need to bend in here and bend out down here. So far the bend is looking good. I need to take it up and measure. Yeah, okay. So it looks like I need to bend this in a bit more and then get to bending that out. On the vise. Now having a vise makes bending nice and easy, but if you do not have a vise, you can always clamp your work to your bench and bend it that way. Okay. I think that is bent in now. Let me check it against the fairing one more time. Alright, the bend is looking good. Now, of course, never worry if you overbend it. You can always put it back in the vise and bend it back out. Alright, let's go measure that against the fairing. Alright, now just have a look at that. That fits nicely in there. Alright, now the turn signal brackets here are wider than the fairing brackets which fit in here, so that means that I need to bend this plate out. Alright, now also, since I need to bend this bracket back out here, I'm going to cut back this flange a bit here. That will allow me to bend it and also allow it to fit better. So I need to hack back this flange right here. Just notch it. Alright, so as you can see, I notched, that bent. So let's see how well that works. Now that is looking good. Now these turn signal brackets here, they have these lips, these flanges stamped into them for rigidity, but since I'm hooking all these brackets with this fairing, I can go ahead and trim back these lips, which I want to do. That will help make the bracket fit better. Alright, now that is looking good. Need to drill a couple of holes for the bolts so I can really get them fit properly to finish up on the bending. That is just about there. So, just need to finish that up and then do one for the other side, and that is done.